Hi there, students. To confine, an adjective, confined, and as a noun, normally in the plural, the confines. Okay, to confine is to restrict to limits. So in this video, I should confine myself to talking about the word confine. For this task, you are confined by time. You only have a limited time. The scope of this report is confined solely to the financial aspect. Okay? Confine yourself to the subject in question and don't go off at a tangent. So, to restrict to limits. Okay, you can confine somebody to a place, forbid from leaving. So the soldiers were confined to barracks for the week. Or I confined the children to their room because they had behaved badly, to imprison almost. Notice, a person can be confined to bed. I was really ill last week and I felt so ill that I couldn't get up. I was confined to bed. Or maybe a disabled person is confined to a wheelchair, unable to leave. Okay? So if you're unable to leave, you're confined. It was pouring with rain, and so we were confined to the house. We couldn't go out. We were unable to leave because the weather was so bad. If you like, the weather was confining us. Okay, the confines of something as a noun, the limits or the borders. So you need to stay within the confines of the question when answering a question in an exam. Yeah, within the confines of the embassy, you can do things that you can't do outside. Within the confines of these four walls, this will remain private. So, the boundary, the limit. Okay, so, confine your remarks to what we're talking about. Limit them. I was in a confined space. So notice, confined, it has the idea of restricted movement. The room was very small and I was confined and could not swing round. Yeah? This room was small and there were things blocking my movement. Okay, confined. You could be confined to bed, unable to leave your bed. Yeah? The soldiers can be confined to barracks, unable to leave, forbidden from leaving. Okay, what about the origin of this word? Well, it comes from Latin, confinis, con, together with, and finis, the end. So I guess it's talking about the limits of something. Okay, so to confine, to restrict to the limits. Yeah, I am confined by time. The scope of this video confines me to this word. A confined space, a limited space where movement is not very easy. You could confine somebody to a place, to imprison them almost, to say you can't leave. Yeah? Or if you're unable to leave, you are confined to a place. And then the confines, the limits of a place. Okay? So, what about formality? Well, I think to confine is quite a formal word. Yeah? I think to restrict or to limit would be more informal. I guess you could probably just about use confine in an informal conversation, but I prefer restrict or limit. In a formal document, this verb or this noun sounds great, so that's where to use it. And notice as well, to confine is a regular verb. Confine, confined, confined. So, confine, to restrict to limits, to forbid from leaving, confined to your room, unable to leave. I was confined to bed because I felt so ill. And then the confines of a place, the limits. In the confines of the embassy, inside the embassy grounds. A confined space is a very limited, restricted space. So, there you go. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. To confine, confined, the confines of a place.